2025 NFL trade deadline has come and gone. Jets are in a massive rebuild, sending away their star cornerback, Sauce Gardner, to the Colts. Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys. Traded to the Cowboys for a 2026 first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a defensive tackle, Mozzie Smith. Eagles add defensive talent. Jair Alexander acquired from the Ravens. Jalen Phillips acquired from the Dolphins for a 2026 third-round pick. Michael Carter II acquired from the Jets. Eagles stuffing it up, trying to make sure they don't lose that pass rush, adding to the pass rush. Cowboys trying to replace that big hole they left in that defense when they traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. So it's going to be a close watch on that Cowboys defense after these trades. You had some other notable trades. You had Greg Newsome II traded to the Jaguars. Tyson Campbell went to the Browns in a cornerback swap. The Jaguars also received a 2026 sixth-round pick via the Browns. Logan Wilson traded from the Bengals to the Cowboys. Good stuff. Is he Micah Parsons? Will he be as effective? We'll see. Roger McCreary traded from the Titans to the Rams. Rashid Shaheed traded from the Saints to the Seahawks. Jacoby Myers traded from the Raiders to the Jaguars. Jaguars love them some receivers, don't they? Love them some receivers. With Travis Hunter out, they're going to need some help at that position. Speaking of Travis Hunter, are they going to decide on what side of the football he's going to play on? Durability will be a problem. I would put him strictly on defense and have a package for him on offense. That's the way they should have been going about it. I don't know. You can't have a little handful here on defense, then give him a little handful on offense. The man can't soak his feet in the soil good enough to gain confidence on one side. It's not going to work. Durability will be a problem. You can't see this guy going all out on defense and offense. Full-time defensive cornerback. First and third downs on offense. A little small package. You want him out there for third down for sure. But it just depends how the game goes. You might can incorporate him just a little bit more down the stretch, depending on, how much energy he got left. Has he been banged up? But Jaguars, figure it out. Don't bounce back and forth with this guy. Put him on defense. Small package on offense. Because if not, you're going to ruin his career, or he just won't be available for many games. He's already out. Trey Hendrickson, acquired by the 49ers from the Bengals. A lot of these trades happened before, way before the deadline. You know who didn't make any moves? The Houston Texans. Well, why would you make a move? You're not even using the young talent that you have now. Okay, folks, good night. That's the end of the show. We're out of here. That would have been a hell of an outro, wouldn't it? A hell of an outro. But no, the Texans didn't make any moves. And be honest with you, they didn't need to make no moves. They got enough talent. They're just not using it. That's the problem. They didn't need to make any more moves. All the talent is on the roster. You just have a problem getting them snaps. Oh, man, I don't want to go back to that game. I don't. I just wanted to come in, list out a few trades, big trades that happened. But the real top trades that happened, obviously, is the Sauce Gardner traded to the Colts in the Texans division. Not that they needed any help starting out fast in that division this year. Got clumped over the head by the Steelers, but we'll see if they pick themselves back up. So Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, those were the pretty big ones right there. And if you want to throw Logan Wilson in there, you could. And of course, the three big pickups the Eagles got for that defense. But other than that, no A.J. Brown. He didn't get shipped out. He's still a Philadelphia Eagle. Browns wasn't crazy enough to ship Myles Garrett to Philadelphia. So they went shopping at Food Town and picked up Jalen Phillips. Now, he ought to turn out better than that. We hoping. He ought to make a bigger difference than that. Maybe you can get a bang for your buck for the low price. We're hoping. But have y'all noticed that this team has a problem with, I don't know, I'm guessing young players. There's a pecking order, it seems like. Texans love veterans. What they have against these rookies? The young talent that they have, what problem do they have with them? Have you noticed Jalen Noel and Higgins played real huge and big in the offense a couple of weeks ago? Soon as Christian Kirk came back, no Jalen Noel. Less of Jaden Higgins. Why? You ask the question, why? Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, at this time of his career, Christian Kirk, they're better than Christian Kirk. They're trying to lean on these veteran guys while putting their young talent on the shelf. You can see it. Lesser targets or none at all. They don't know how to use what they got. That's their one major problem. They don't know how to use it. Nick Caley, they don't know how to use their talent. They'll see it one game, which Jaden Higgins got off, Jalen Noel catching big third down plays, moving the chains, right? They'll come back the next week, switch it all up. Give them about 11 snaps the whole game. And maybe throw them the ball one time out of those 11 snaps. It doesn't make any sense at all. And it's frustrating. It really is. That's why I say this team is doomed. But we have to talk about them. All right? We have to talk about them. Woody Marks is their best running back for us catching the ball out of the backfield, getting them in space. They don't even do that enough. This team don't feast on things that work. You know you can run something again when it works real good. You know that, right? You can come back to it. I apologize. That was just a bad loss last week to the Broncos. I apologize. Well, that's the trades. It was a lot of movement. To me, it wasn't a big, huge splash. And you got to excuse me again because a big splash to me would have been a Myles Garrett going to Philadelphia. That's the kind of splash I guess I was looking for. Kind of knew it wasn't going to happen, but that would have been a splash. Or A.J. Brown, they decided to part ways with him for whatever player they would have picked up if something like that would have happened. But Sauce Gardner, that's a big one. No one expected that, I don't think. But to the Colts of all teams. Well, Houston got to win out. They got to win out. For you Texans fans who still got hope, a little bit of hope, I'm just putting it out there now. You have to win out. You can't lose no more games for the rest of the season. That's your playoff hopes. You got to win out. All right? I know, bad position, but you got to win out. Enjoy y'all terrible Tuesday. G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Thanks for your time. It's been my pleasure. And I'm out of here. Peace.